So, hey there, CEO. Thank you for joining me for Barter Black's Today in Black History podcast, where we are spotlighting Black-owned businesses, their owners, and the people that you need to know. I am here today with Imani K. Brown, who
Hey.
is a powerfully pink international master tattoo artist and the owner of DC's empowering concept tattoo therapy studio, Little Ink Play Shop. Thanks so much for joining me today, Imani.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. How are you doing today?
Oh, no complaints. No complaints.
That's always good. So let's jump right in.
hmm
So my first question for you is, tell me about when you were little. What did you want to be? Is a tattoo artist what you wanted to be, or would you be something else if you followed your dream when you were little?
So I followed my dream to being an artist and working for myself. Like when I was little, I knew I didn't want to work for anybody else. Like I knew
Right.
that wasn't the move. Um, and I wanted to be an artist because, I think I found it baffling that people went to school for stuff, but then didn't do what they went to school for. So I
Right.
was like, I'm gonna make it all the way through. I'll be an artist. Like I'm gonna go to art school. I'm gonna do all the art things and do art stuff and be an artist. So I did do that. I just didn't understand what I was asking for, if you
Right.
will. Like, I didn't understand the journey that I was asking for and wanting to be an artist and what that looked like. I just knew I wanted to be an artist and I wasn't fit to work for nobody else. So yeah. So I think we did a good job. Like we stayed true to the childhood dreams for sure.
Yeah, I think that's for most entrepreneurs. I mean, I think most of us probably started working for somebody else and was like, this not it.
hmm hmm I saw my mom like her working, and it was, as a child, you have like very pointed type of questions, but
hmm
adults don't take the time to explain certain things to
Right.
you. So it was like, why do you have to ask somebody for time off if you're sick? 'Cause, like there were just certain things that didn't make sense to me. I was just like, why would I do this? Like, why would I sign up for that life? It just doesn't seem to make sense.
That
And
makes
no
no
adult can
sense.
explain it to me. So why would I want this? So
Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that because I was my last job I had, like I felt so bad because my son had a play one day and my supervisor made me feel so horrible for, taking my
take
vacation that I had to go see my son's play. And I was just
Mhm.
like, this is not it.
Right, right. Yeah, nah. I
This
was like, I'm dodging that bullet.
say straight through. Okay. I love that. So tell me more about you and your business and what people should come to you for.
Okay, so I'm a tattoo therapist. I am not an officially licensed therapist, but I think tattoo is more of like trauma informed life coaching. So I say we're like bartenders with needles. That's generally how I describe tattoo artists.
Okay.
And because it's such an intimate process, you often end up feeling like there's some type of kinship. There's a relationship there that should actually be acknowledged, and it should be nurtured. So
Mm-hmm.
I do tattoo in a way that it acknowledges and nurtures relationships between people because it is touch. So caring for the energy that should happen between the two people to get the best artwork. I
Yeah.
specifically help uncover people's most powerful self images. So it's stuff that's already in you, and I help you create the artwork that tells a story on your skin. So even if you are having a bad day, you got imposter syndrome, you can really look at your skin and like be reminded of who you are.
Right.
And you don't have to go through so many mechanisms, if you will, sometimes, or
Mm-hmm.
reminders. It's just like, yeah, so I know who the F I am, like the end. So that's what
Period.
I help people with.
Period. Well, I love
hmm
that because I never thought, until I met you, I never thought of, going to get a tattoo as some sort of therapy. Is, just I like this, let me put it on me. But I never had that connection with the tattoo artist. It was like, Transactional. All right, bye. See you
Yeah,
later.
yeah, and it shouldn't be like it's your skin. You know, like we look at like even heart surgery and stuff, and I compare tattoo to heart surgery often. But
Mm,
even we look at stuff like that, and we even consider like people taking care of our health day to day transactional, and it shouldn't be that ever. Like you should actually have some type of relationship because you have to trust somebody with your life, literally,
right,
even with
right.
something as simple as a tattoo is posture, but it's also still your skin. It protects your heart, so it's actually more powerful and more potent than your heart.
Mm,
You know, so
okay.
just instead of just going out and just devaluing your property, defacing
Right.
your property, like let me help you through that.
Right, right. Okay, I'm loving this. So I know when we talked before one time, you were talking about I guess bringing together IP and tattoo. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I'm IP girl, I love
Intellectual,
IP, but people got to know.
intellectual property, tattoo. Oh my gosh. First of all, there's always this argument or this discussion in tattoo, like who actually owns the intellectual property, like once you put
Mm,
artwork on skin. And I think that's a very interesting topic. And it got me to start thinking about like what intellectual property do we actually own in tattoo and artistry. And it goes from your name all the way to the ideas that you have to innovate within the industry. And we don't even see those as things that should be protected. So,
right.
protecting those ideas that you want to introduce to the industry that you want to run with, that you use to make your own voice. With us, we use Black tattoo culture, specifically. I call it the civil rights era of Black tattoo. So everything that comes before me from the early 2000s, using that to help educate our clients. So really like putting even the thought process of more than a tattoo. There aren't new concepts, but how you spin it is
Yeah,
new to somebody, and we don't ever stop to think to protect those things. So that's where I live. Like protect all the IP.
I love it. IP is my thing. I
Listen.
actually just filed my first patent this year. So
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so
so
excited.
big fingers crossed, hands crossed,
Listen,
everything.
listen, all of it. Like I'm doing yoga more often these days, so I'll do some twists and I'll be
What
like, this is for the IP.
this look, bring it in for you girls. So yeah,
Yeah, we're building yep, we're building
that's
our trademark portfolio now. So like, yeah, like I want that to look delicious. So
yes,
all the licensing, I
yes.
want to master that and be able to pass it down to artists because we know these things almost innately and we
Right.
practice them innately. We don't understand how they transfer over into professional and does for
Yeah.
you long term. So being able to really master that and just really unravel the things that we do innately as artists, where it's just like this makes sense, this is the next step, but really putting that into like professional terms for us. So
Yeah.
give sustainability, that long term money.
Long
Yeah,
term,
yeah.
long money. That's what I'm talking about.
Money.
So let's talk about team. I know you have a team. I
Ooh,
know it's probably not easy. We're out
ooh,
here trying to grow these businesses, but we can't grow these
ooh,
businesses, scale these businesses without teams. So how do you do it? What's your team like? How do you manage, it all with the team?
I think the hardest
Girl.
thing is being an introvert and having a team. Jesus
Mm.
Christ.
Oh,
But and then also as an artist, we're used to living in our brain. So it's really helping me like restructure and reframe some of those things
okay.
that really do make it harder for us as artists, like artists
Mm-hmm.
don't believe in having teams. Like we look at Murakami weird because he has a team put together larger pieces of art. Andy Warhol had a team. We look at this as like something weird and foreign, and I'm not. I'm not any different. I still do sometimes where I'm just like, I could just get up and do it myself. Yeah.
Right.
Like, just shortcut all the talking.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's an interesting journey. And I don't say that lightly or in like the bless your heart, precious baby kind of way, but it's truly interesting. You get to know yourself, you get to learn different communication methods. So I'm really interested in what happens there. Like that's where I'm thriving right now because I'm a visual communicator. I'm learning how to use my words more, but also learning how to translate all the steps I can visually see vividly in my head that I would normally shortcut and just say, I'll just do it, to being able to be like, okay, let me get this out and let me teach them how to do it in Imani's way. Like
Right.
let me actually teach them. I think the most mind-blowing thing was when I was literally one day I was like, oh, so I really have to divide all of the Imanis and download like each Imani into one person. Like
Yep.
that's what we're doing here.
Yep.
And I was like, that's a lot of Imanis. Like but then it makes me look at myself intentionally in turn. So then I get to go and look at those things, and now I'm learning how to communicate better with myself through having to learn how to communicate with my team. So it's a
Right.
very interesting, like it's still personal development, even though
Yeah.
you're developing with a team. It's really interesting to see how like those things still turn right back to you. So it's fun.
They do. And I tell you, when I first started, bringing people on to help me, I just, I don't know, in my head, it just wasn't what it was supposed to be because I'm like, okay, I said it and then I can forget it, but that's not what you're supposed to
That's
do.
not how it works.
Like, ma'am, ma'am,
That's not
you have to actually manage a team and be in it with them because,
Mhm.
then it's going to come back not the way it was supposed to be. And then you're going to be frustrated.
Yeah.
And yes,
Yeah.
it's definitely a
It's
holding
so
hand process.
Yeah, there's something like a lot of information when we talk about brand building and brand strategies and putting people in place. There's one great bit of advice of not giving away, like if you were looking for a social media manager, let's
Mm-hmm.
say, right? Understanding your brand voice, what the language is, and those things before you actually give it to a social media manager. And I think working with teams is the same way. It's
Right.
like before you really give away a certain spot, like understand what you were doing in that space
Right.
before you actually give it,
Yeah.
maybe document it, even not maybe, but definitely document it. Like not maybe. Definitely write that thing down
Definitely.
before you even give it away. So you
Mm-hmm.
understand, you understand what the expectations are. You have a conversation with yourself even of what those expectations are. Cause I've definitely had the headache of like, okay, this is what I want. And then I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna walk away and you'll just magically, right? And then you
Doesn't
get it
work.
back. And it's like, this is not the way Imani would do it. What?
And then
Yeah.
yeah, and then you go into it. It would have been done right if I would have just did it myself. But we got to get out of that mindset.
Right, right.
Like,
High trauma
no,
response.
no, no, it starts with you documenting and then
Right.
passing it on and checking
Mhm.
in and
Yep.
all of that. So yeah.
I will say we're trying to figure out like a harmonious balance because I have a thing where I tend to weigh myself. So when it doesn't come back the way I expect it, I automatically am like, what did I do wrong? So
Right.
so
Yeah.
instead we're actually working on a system that we can use internally that's more of like a checks and balances that kind of gets you out of your way. So before you say,
Okay.
what did I do wrong for this person to give me the wrong, like, what was my wrong input for that output to be wrong,
Right. Right.
what did I do? But a checks and balances. So that way, one, and it's still, it's like, it's the data. It's like, okay, these steps, this is what was communicated. Okay, I'm not tripping. Now I can yell.
And now I can
Now I
yell.
can Hulk out.
Look what you did. No. So,
Mhm, mhm. 'Cause I get it
yeah.
it's like I'm polar, so it's no in between. Like there's no like real safe space for people here, and I want to create that safe space because if I'm
Right.
aware, you know what I mean. So creating that safe space is where we are now, where it's like, how do we make it so Imani doesn't go from zero to a gazillion?
Right.
Um, just hulk out okay, it's minding my business, and now the world's blown up because I didn't understand that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't communicate something right, or that expectation wasn't communicated, and really,
Exactly.
just teasing those things out. So, it's peaceful for everybody because I don't mean it, but also Erica Badu, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about
Tell them. Tell them. Tell
Obviously, we
them.
move with a lot of honesty in our team, so it's very
Right.
honest, very transparent, and we just learn how to work with each other. We all come
Yeah.
around. And I think that's the part that's most
Mm,
important. So,
right. Awesome.
fun time.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Managing a team is hard. It's working itself, but it needs to be done for
Mhm,
your
mhm.
sanity.
That part, that
Right.
part.
Right. So tell me about the Shop Gal Gang community. Want to know more about that. And
My biker gang,
how people can, get involved.
my biker gang of degenerates. No.
Let us know.
Okay. So just so y'all know, I call it my biker gang of degenerates because I am a tattoo artist, and tattoo traditionally is considered like a degenerate trade. And so misfits hang out. And I think even without tattoo, a lot of us have more creative misfit in us, a disruptor, if you will, than what we actually play out in real time. And the community is there to help you actually build your brand, your biz and brand, and to actually tap into your disruptor spirit. The things that you're like, oh, I can't say, I would never be able to say that. I would never be able to do that. Yes, you can. You can. Let's do this. You know what I mean? But really tapping into those. I get a lot of people around me who are like, I wish I could do something like this.
Mm,
I wish I could wear pink hair. I wish I could X, Y, and Z. And it's not that we can't do a lot of these things. It's how we actually put things together foundationally to, I guess, most people will call it paying your dues type of deal.
right.
So
Right.
really looking at whatever space you come from, what paying your dues looks like so you can do what you need to do what you want to do. That's what Shop Gal Gang is all
Mm,
about, not just learning, but learning how to unleash your best creative self. And so you can really leave an impact on the world, whatever that impact may be and however you define it. So we live in the spirit of you there, and it's 12 months of learning, growing, and also a backstage pass to my own business so you can see how goofy we get.
I'm sure it's fun
So
up in
yeah,
there.
it is.
I am
So business
sure.
building is hard. So we try and make it, lighthearted, have fun, enjoy yourself, enjoy seeing you grow as you go along journeys. That's really what Shop Gal Gang is about. And just, coming together, stuff that seems messy. We, have fun dancing in the puddles of the messy middle and just,
Mm,
build and be great.
love it. So check it out. Her website will be in the show notes. So what else can we expect to see from you in 2023? What's going on with Imani?
2023 is going to be amazing. We have a full year of brand activation around tattoo therapy. So, 2023 is where we start unraveling the idea of ink and release. It will be a 4-city tattoo tour and experience.
Oh,
We'll be actually being able to deep dive into the tattoo therapy process. I call it the Muse of the Week experience. So you'll actually get to meet the client that I'm working with. You'll get to talk to them as well as me about the process, what they enjoyed about the process, like all the honest talk.
mm.
What else I'm most excited about is a 2-day client only ink and release radical rest. that will be concluded with a gala. So we get all dressed up and dolled up and show off our tattoos because society is like your tattoo.
Yes.
No, let me show you how I look with a ball gown on a tattoo. Let's do this. And then in November, clients and friends get an opportunity to travel with me to Japan. So really activating that, how I built my brand from DC to Japan and go to the land of storytelling, go get into some fun, do some content building, all
Oh,
of those
wow.
things, so you can really see, like, if you're interested in me and you're like, how does this girl do all this weird stuff? Makes so much sense and it's fun. Oh, come with me all year and you'll get to see exactly how I go from professional to what the crap. And building my own personal brand. And along the way also giving gems so you can build your own and reach your own dreams, whatever they may be.
That
So
is
it's all
awesome.
about us.
Oh, you are going to be busy in
So yeah.
2023.
Listen. I've been busy. What I think this is the busiest it sounds and the most restful it's going to be.
Right.
And I'm excited about that. 20 years of working in survival and not resting, and now like taking that radical rest and really like honoring that. I think it's going to
Yeah.
be fun, and to take clients, it's going to be even more fun. So yeah.
Yeah. I think when people, sign up to be entrepreneurs, they think the hustle and bustle is the flex. No, it's the rest. the the resting
No.
is the flex.
No, no, I'm over it. I'm so over this hustle and bustle. Like people were like, why you only take one tattoo client a day? Because 20 years, Jesus Christ. No. Like,
Say, yeah, I'm over that.
I'm
That's
good.
not where
I'm
it's
good with
at.
all of that. Mm-mm, not even a
So,
little bit. I'm good.
question about the tour. Did you pick the cities yet?
Yes, we do
Uh,
have cities. We do have
Are you
cities.
telling us
Um,
now or no?
I can tell y'all now,
Okay.
because your face is like, so you just gonna leave us
Yeah.
out there. For re-entering tattoo tour life, we're actually focusing on the East Coast. So it will be Atlanta, Baton Rouge, New Orleans area, and then New York and Philly.
Oh, shucks
And then
now. Okay.
we'll conclude in DC, and then we also have Japan as an actual part of the tour as well. So
Mm.
4 cities, East Coast, DC, and Japan, as far as home spaces. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will keep y'all updated on all of that because I'm definitely coming to one of those cities. I don't know which one. The only one I haven't been to yet is New Orleans. So maybe New Orleans.
Ooh,
I've never been there. So
Nicole. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're gonna be the muse of the week. That's what we're doing. Okay, I see you. See you.
all right. Well, thank you so much, Imani. But before we go, we want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
give people watching and listening the opportunity to shoot their shot at you for a barter. So, what goods and services do you need for your business that you might be looking for, that you might be willing to barter in exchange with someone? So, they can put it in the comments later. We can chat about it. But what are you looking for in your business right now?
Ooh, we are actually, this is in person though, but we are actually looking for content crew who can help us with videos, and so we can document all of this tattoo therapy goodness.
Mm.
It's so good. But also I'm an artist who lives in my head and I forget to document everything.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's what
me
we're
too.
looking for right now, is literally we're looking for someone who would be interested in helping us document the tattoo therapy journey. We do want to work on building a dedicated crew in that. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So if you are interested, reach out to her. Her information will be in all the show notes. I appreciate you so much, Imani. Thank you for reviewing our Today in Black History, people you need to know. Get on her website, get on her website is amazing. Your website is amazing, first of all.
Thank you.
It was like, I don't know what it was, but it was like like I was scrolling through and it just seemed so, it was like ease. And it was just like every part of it was just like, I felt the experience in the website, by the way. So definitely go on the
That's what we're going
website.
for.
Check us out all month, Black History Month. We're introducing you to people you need to know today in Black history. These are amazing business owners. I definitely want y'all to check in with them. Imani, thank you so much. And we are out. Bye-bye, y'all.
Yay.